Hi,
Hello,
can you please tell us your name and what do you do?
my name is Hollyandroo, better known as Holly, and I'm a fashion designer, stylist, and also a creative director.
Okay, that's great. What inspired you to go into fashion?
It pretty much started from my childhood. I migrated to America when I was about 4 in the late '90s, and for those that's migrated to America, it wasn't always easy in terms of the youth coming from Africa. We would get picked on a lot. That happened all through my primary school. By the time I got into middle school, I realized that all I had to do was dress nice, and I would stop getting bullied. Then I realized I really can do it, and I fell in love with it, and it went from there. And then just fall in love with clothes, and then realizing I can make my own clothes and things like that. And the rest was history.
Okay. What are the current trends and influences that are shaping the fashion industry globally? What do you think?
Honestly, I honestly believe Afrobeat is shaping the fashion industry as well. The more we're getting exposed with social media, and the more we're going up with Afrobeat, because that pretty much helped the acceptance of Africa in terms of my generation. In my opinion. So the more of the people are getting invested into the music, now they want to go to the countries, they want to wear the clothes, they just invested. But I think it all derives from the music.
Okay. How do you approach the design process differently when creating collections for different international markets?
For me, I think what stands me apart, what makes me unique, it comes from a space of sincerity, and like when I was in college, both when I was getting my associate and my bachelor degree, I would take a lot of like Black study classes. I've always been into history, Black history and African history, most importantly. And also, I always had my love for fashion. Initially, I was going to go to college for fashion, but I knew I didn't really want to do fashion. So I went to school for business, but pretty much merged all three: business, fashion, and history. So just the art of like storytelling, and like people can really resonate with my brand and my clothes because I'm telling their story, not just mine, other country stories. So I think that's what sets me apart. That's what's my like creative process.
Okay, that's great. What are the unique challenges you face in producing and distributing your fashion line internationally?
Yes. In terms of producing, creatively, I would say because I was born in Sierra Leone. I'm a Sierra Leonean, half Liberian. I pretty much understand the culture here and understand the history. But because the jackets that I've done for Liberia and Sierra Leone was accepted very well, it was a huge demand to do other countries. As we all know, there's 52 countries in Africa, so the other 50 countries contact me a lot. So I indulge in a few other countries that I've done so far, and the big challenge is like trying to incorporate their culture without appropriating it or without disrespecting it. So like for example, I did a jacket that pretty much went viral on social media internationally, in America and all over, for Ethiopia. And it was an image that I put inside of the jacket. It was a leader, you know what I'm saying? And as we all know with political leaders, there's people that's gonna like you, there's people that's not gonna like you. So those that didn't like that specific person was very loud about it. But then also those that did love him was pretty much loud about it as well. I kind of didn't say anything. I let the art speak for itself. But I would say that's one of the challenges where you're trying to incorporate different styles and different cultures without appropriating or disrespecting it. So just being very careful, you know what I'm saying? And in terms of distributing is the shipping costs and like the price difference and all that could be challenging as well.
Okay. What strategies do you use to connect with consumers around the world online?
100%. I would like what I use, and I would advise all other creative is social media. We literally, um I would say 90% of us probably have cell phones with internet at some point. Utilize it to your best of your ability. I'm here in Africa for the first time in over 26 years, and I'm meeting people I've never met before. I'm touching people I've never touched before. There's people I was in the eastern part of Sierra Leone the other day, and it was a whole community that literally supports me and watch everything I do. They was able to tell me my daughter name, everything I've done in the last 2 3 years, which is amazing to me. So like, don't take social media for granted. Watch what you put on there and just push yourself out there, and just, of course, the work has to be of quality and put a lot of energy into the work, but also use social media as your platform to reach places far beyond, what your imagination can reach.
Okay. In your experience, what are the key differences between fashion consumers in different countries or regions?
The differences I feel, I really feel like it's all the same. I mean, it's a little different. We all influenced by each other. I see a lot of, even here that I'm in Africa, I see a lot of Atlanta and a lot of these the youth what they're wearing. I see a lot of Chicago. I see a lot of New York. And when I'm in America, I see a lot of Africa and what the people are wearing. So it's pretty much to me it's all the same in terms of the style and the different, you know what I'm saying, and how people, it's all pretty much the same, just all how we put it out.
Okay. Do you have any projects that you want to start here in Sierra Leone with other designers?
For sure. I'm here now trying to connect with the youth. My main focus now here is the youth, because obviously there's a lot going on here in Sierra Leone, you know what I mean, negatively and positively with the youth. And I'm just trying to be that light at the end of the tunnel for them, to let them know that there's a way. So I'm trying to connect with other youth that's just like me. The only difference is where I'm located and where they're located. And honestly, it's the talent is literally equal, is the same drive, the same determination. I think the only difference I would say personally is the opportunities. So I'm just here to, you know what I mean, to the little bit that I have to try to open my arms to give opportunities to the young ones. I met a young guy through social media before I became Frank. He's pretty cool here. I like his style. His style is pretty universal. I plan on working with him soon. So just tapping in with more the youth, you know what I mean, that gets it, that understand it, those that have put in their 10,000 hours and learning the craft and trying to master the craft, and that you can see it in their work. Those are the ones that I'm interested in really working with. And even those that haven't put in their 10,000 hours, I'm also interested in working with them in terms of advice and helping them build them to go to the next level. Because I want, as a Sierra Leonean, I want Sierra Leoneans to produce at the level that all these other countries are producing, all these other designers are producing. You know what I'm saying? I should see more Sierra Leone representative when I go to these Paris Fashion Weeks and London Fashion Week and Milan and all these places. So that's my job. I'm just trying to connect that dot and be that bridge from for Sierra Leone and the rest of the world.
Okay. And lastly, before you leave us, what would be your advice to homegrown designers and models?
Yes, just push yourself. The quality. I'm pretty big on that. The quality. Yeah, you're from Sierra Leone. We passed that part. You're from Sierra Leone. We're Sierra Leoneans, right? Still, let's not use, oh, you're not my brother, I'm not your sister. I know you have to push each other to produce great work. You know what I'm saying? For like I said, I travel the world and I see, I was in Ghana. I was in Ghana in December, and I see what these other kids are producing and what they're touching the world, and as well as Nigeria and all these South. I went to South Africa and I saw like different youth and the clothes that they're producing. And I just feel like in Sierra Leone, we have a lot of zeal, we have a lot of determination, but let's just focus more on like the quality of the work and the storytelling and make it make sense. So even a stranger, you could be able to sell to a stranger, because that's another creative process. When I design, can I get someone else that's not a family member or no one that knows me personally buy it? And I know what I'm doing, you know, is working, because I have, as a I'm big on Pan-Africanism and all of us sticking together. And as a Sierra Leonean, it means a lot to me when other people from other countries wear Sierra Leone or wear these other countries. So just try to produce and get into like, will a stranger buy this? Will somebody who I don't know stop and be like, wow, this is amazing? So just try to push yourself to produce at your highest level.
All right. Thank you very much for
For sure.
coming.